workshops. Today we are going over the health score workshop number 5. We're going through how you come up with your own health score. You can get the health score off Back to Life Chiropractic KY. Go to the Back to Life system, go to categories and choose health score, and then you can download this form. All the forms are there for you to download. So we've been going through there. So now we're on cardiovascular. So we're trying to figure out if you're in wellness, average, or you're in crisis. So let's get our timer going. So here we go. So last time we were checking with waist hip ratio, doing nutritional stuff, pH, balancing body chemistry, BMI, a bunch of those. So now we're on cardiovascular. So first we're going to do blood pressure, which is simple to do. So remember, you can download these individual forms from backtolifechiropracticky.com. And so you just get your blood pressure taken, and then you figure out if you're in this range or this range or this range. And then what you do is you take your score, write it down here, after you follow through. So if you're 120 over 80, then you would be 120 over 80. That would be like average, or like around, it would be wellness. So if you're like 150 over 110, then you would be over here in sickness. So you would just check that and then put a 1 there. And then that carries over to your big health score. So it's nice. So it's an easy way to give yourself a score. And so another one is the cardio test, so target heart rate. Some max test with a step. So this is an easy way to check and see how you're doing, in a safe, effective way. So this one, you just have to have a step, and then you're going to step up, and then you're going to step up 1 through right foot, and then your left foot, and then you're going to step down, right foot, left foot. And then you're going to count up, up, down, down. And this one, you actually do have to have a heart rate monitor, like a Fitbit that has heart rate, or there's watches that do heart rate, or you can take your pulse, or you can use a polar heart rate monitor. So what you'll do is you'll step up, and then you'll do this 20 times. And then like when the last minute, then you'll start to take your heart rate. And then you'll do this like 3 times. And then after 2 minutes, then you'll do the heart rate monitor. So it seems a little confusing, but it's really easy actually. The heart thing, this one you actually have to do. You need to have a heart rate monitor. So, but you step up, step down, step down, step up, step down, step down. And then you're going to check yourself after a minute, and then you're going to see where you are with the 20 sets. But eventually you need to be right on the 20 sets. And then once you get to the very end of it, then you'll see what your heart rate is, and you'll put 75 to it. And then you'll do what your score was, add 75 to it, and then you'll see how close that was to what your maximum heart rate was, which is 220 minus your age. So 220 minus your age would be your maximum heart rate, and then you figure out your submax result. So it'll be 75 plus what you did after you did your test, and then you'll see if your submax test is 20 beats per minute over your target heart rate, then you score yourself a 1, which should be crisis. And then if you're 10-20 over, then you're 2. And then if your submax test is less than 10 beats per minute, give yourself a 3. So, and then this is like a really easy one to do. It's the cardio test, but it's called, this institute here figured out if you actually walked as fast as you could within like in a mile track, and then you could just time yourself, and then you could see where you were. But you're just walking as fast as you can, and then you can just see where you are on there. And then so like if you walked a mile as fast as you could, and you came up here 14:30 or less, then you just come back down here, and then you give yourself a score. So you'd be excellent, good, average, below, poor. So if you're below average to poor, your sickness, good to average, and then excellent. So this is a good way to do this if you don't have a heart rate monitor, and for people who take medications, you just don't want to use a heart rate monitor. This is a safe way to do this. So because you're not running, you're just going to walk as fast as you can. So So that ends. So that's some nice, easy tests to do. We try to come up with like a normal test, a high tech, that's using the heart rate monitor. And then we're just doing a nice, easy one that you can do at home. So you just got to find mark yourself off a mile. There's a lot of apps now that will track you and see how far you go. And then you put that there, and then that goes to, to the master score sheet. So now we're moving on to flexibility. So flexibility is range of motion. So in order to figure out range of motion, you use the flexibility test, range of motion. So, man, it was like the first 5 minutes. So we did the cardiovascular. So range of motion, there's a lot of chiropractic offices and medical offices that will have range of motion that you can actually, it's a computerized, so at Back to Life, we actually have a computerized system, and then it just will tell you, when you bend forward, what you're actually doing, and if you're impaired. So what you would do is you would do each part of your spine, neck, mid back, low back, and then you would see if you were in the normal range of motion or not. So, and then strength we'll talk about next time. So whenever you want to see which workshop's coming up next, then you just go to Back to Life Chiropractic KY and you go to the events calendar, and then we have each workshop on there. And then we actually Google a Google Plus page that lets you come in and ask questions and things. So we'll see you next time. And don't forget to check out more of these videos on YouTube, our YouTube channel.